Hello fellow viewer, here QcWarChief with the Minutemen Legacy. Today I'm gonna talk about the microtransaction system that we have on the regular basis inside most of the games that we play on the different platforms. PC, Sony, Nintendo, Xbox. There's no real exception there, even on the mobile. It's actually even worse on the mobile. May watch your kids. The bill can be awful. But let's talk about why the microtransaction exists today, 2021, and where did that awful system come from, which is awful and actually good. There is many different perspectives that we need to point out when we talk about the microtransaction. First, microtransaction exists because a long time ago, developer got retired, got bored, and was modifying algorithm of other programs, even creating his own software at some point, which was mostly related to the ancestor of the modder that we know today. It became, after a certain time, one way that the modders were able to remunerate themselves following the popularity of their content. Sometimes content is popular for bad reason, so it's always something that we can discuss there, but I'm not gonna make the huge detour. This is why we have today developers of many games using that very same system called microtransaction directly on the market to pay out for more developments on games that have more than 1 year or 2 years of lifespan. In 2021, what we can see on the market is mostly related to skin cosmetics. So when I pay for a brand new outfit for one of my character in Fallout, when I pay for one new character in Fortnite, when I pay for one new skin in Battlefield or in Call of Duty, I should be supposed to compensate or pay a little bit for more development inside that game. Although game that especially have a lifespan of 1 or 2 years becomes meaningless to support developments through microtransaction, and that becomes pure greed out of those companies. On the other hand, the game that have a bigger lifespan, like maybe Elite Dangerous, I would say Fallout 76 at a certain point, ESO, will definitely use a part of this money to pay for more development inside the game. This is an insurance that some of the players will pay to get more content of the game they love. How the developers are using this money and these subventions coming out of the player base is another story. We definitely don't know everything that is happening, and it's a shady practice. To be honest, we have to consider that developers also have a team working with them, and how is the money spread up between that, and how much does that support the development of the game itself, and how much is going to the board members that are often not even gamers. It's a question that we still don't have much answer concerning that, and that's participating into the shady practice or awful practice sometimes that we can see in Fortnite, in Call of Duty, in Battlefield. That brings us also to another problem that comes with the microtransaction, because in some games not only we pay for cosmetic, but we can also start playing the game and pay maybe $100 more to unlock pretty much everything inside the game. To make a small comparison, like I like to do it, it's like going to the corner store, buy yourself a wonderful 6-pack of beer, and on the road back home you just open up all the bottle and you spill it up on the sidewalk. So when you're back home you have absolutely nothing but a waste of time. It's definitely the only way you can see the pay-to-win aspect. But in the meantime, these players will take advantage on the one that are not paying to win. There is also another perspective that we need to consider with the pay to win, because yes, there is kids with the parents' credit cards that will load it in order to have the upper hand on everybody around. That's a problem. But there is also the worker that works a lot, come back home, just want to chill, and the guy has friends that play a little more. He wants to raise his status at the same level of his friend because he wants to participate in the same event. He wants to be able to follow his friend. So therefore, being able to pay maybe a 20 bucks to push your character a little further in order to be able to follow your friend and have more fun becomes an interesting tool. So it's a double-sided blade there, where there is no real way to... There's no real solution, to be honest, except that maybe parents would have a control on certain credit card, but at some point the input of money also has a really important place in the problem. It becomes, like I said previously, a shady practice. Is there a solution towards that? Honestly, I don't know. I'm just pointing out what is the microtransaction, where it comes from a good way to remunerate side modders, side programmers that are independent. It became used by corporation, and at some point we are now learning to accept this practice as legit one, completely normal, that no, the company are not greeding money. No, absolutely no. I swear, EA is not greeding money out of microtransaction, guys. Well, wish you could see the wink, though. So just is, yes, there is a problem there, but there is definitely some small company that will help themselves develop more stuff for their small little games, like Undead Labs maybe with State of Decay back then, and still today. At some point they will become exactly like all the other games, and it will have a greed behind all that. So please comment about the whole thing. It's something that we live with every day. As a gamer, as a parent that have a kid that is gamer, that is spending some certain amount of money on video games, that I do, that I know that there is a real problem behind that, and that we may need with most of the gamers to point it out. I'm not saying to make a collective lawsuit or a small petition, but maybe if you just, like me or some others that I'm sharing that knowledge, that maybe if we just point out the problem and that we start changing our own practice inside games in order to stop giving money on the wrong place. Still, it's vague. I'm not proposing any solution, and I'm sorry about that. But please comment. Please talk about it in the comment section. I'm really keen to know what you guys are talking about. If you are a developer, if you are a CA, if you are a scenarist working inside a video game company, please give me your opinion. I would really love to read it inside the comment section. This is QcWarChief with the Minutemen Legacy. I'm standing in Elite Dangerous recently. I'm having a load of fun in that game. Please subscribe, please come back, please like, and have a good one, everybody.